All right, welcome to Simplifying Radicals, another SOL review. I'm going to work out some problems, and the other problems you should be able to, as examples, I'm going to work them out, and other examples you should be able to do on your own very similarly. So number one, there's no answer choices, so there's no Desmos for this one. Well, not until we get an answer, so let's work this out. Simplest radical form, this is where we're going to break it down into the trees, and I always circle my prime numbers. That's always what the numbers you multiply by 2 times 1, or any number times 1. So it's a square root. Square root means we're looking for pairs. That's 2 of them. So what I do is I'm going to take all these numbers, let me highlight them, all the prime numbers, I'm going to write them up next to each other. We're looking for pairs, so how many pairs we have? We have 1, 2. Each pair, so like 2 times 2 is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. This other 2 doesn't have a pair. That's going to stay underneath the radical. And everything's multiplied, so 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 2. Now, if we want to check this on the calculator, we certainly can. Let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the original problem, square root of 32, and I'm going to put in 4 square root of 2. And if they're the same approximate decimal, then they're right. Cool, they are. They're the exact same decimal. Wonderful. All right, let's take a look at number 3. This one has answer choices. So let's put in, I'm going to put in the original problem into Desmos, and I'm going to put each answer choice in separately. So each one's going to be separate. And we're going to put just approximate numbers for each. So let's do it. It's going to be some crazy numbers. So first you find the cube root in functions, and it's all the way down on the bottom, and then you type in a 3. So that's a cube root. Click underneath, and it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So 15.119 is approximately what it is. So now I'm looking at, I'm going to do answer choice A. So 2 functions all the way down. Type in 3, and then 2, 12. Cube root of 12, not the answer. Let's look at the next one. 12 cube root functions all the way down to the bottom, the nth root. So 3, and then I need 2. All right, that looks great. Let's keep going though. So that's B. What about C? 6 cube root all the way down, nth root of 3, and a 16 inside. Uh-oh, that's the same answer. Let's look at the fourth one. 24 cube root 3 with a 6. All right, so now we have a decision to make. It's either B or C. They're both the same exact answer. So let's take a look at this a little bit more. So it's either B or C. What you're going to look for is which one has a smaller number underneath the radical. So we're looking for the simplest form. Simplest form means the number underneath the radical, the one that has the smallest. Well, 2 is a lot smaller than 16, so there's your answer. You can do this by the trees. You can break it down by the trees. It'll work, and you'll get B. Remember, it's cube root, so we're looking for groups of 3, no longer pairs. Groups of 3. All right, let's take a look at number 4. So anytime on the SOL they have the words equivalent, you can use the sliders. So we're going to put, instead of X, we're going to have A. Instead of Y, I'm going to have B. And we're going to put this into Desmos. So square root 180. A to the 9th, B to the 16th. These numbers are going to be gigantic. Only if I write it right, though. slider, let's get like 2, I can't stop it there. 2, and the b is going to equal 3. All right, so I'm looking for a gigantic number like 1,991,779.55792. You're like, wow, how can that possibly be an answer choice? Well, let's check it out. So a is going to be 3a raised to the 3rd power, and it'll be b raised to the 8th power, and then it's a square root of 20. All right, that's not the answer choice we want. Let's try b. So 3 times a raised to the 4th, and b raised to the 8th. I keep on hitting the right button once I get on those exponents because I don't want it to stay up in the exponent. And we have square root of 20a. Ding, ding, ding. That is the correct answer. I should check. Let's check C and D to make sure, because I see that the square root of 5 is in there, so that might be a smaller answer choice. 6a, a smaller number underneath the radical. So a to the 3rd, b to the main, move it over, b raised to the 4th, and square root of 5. Nope, that ain't it. And let me do it again. It'd be so nice if the A's and B's would be on the same page. But hey, this is a surefire way to get you right answers. So that's great. Oh, wait a second. Did I put this in correctly? Which one is it? So which one? We have B is the right answer and D is the right answer. So which one has a smaller number underneath the radical? It's D. Yeah, D is 5a underneath the radical and B is 20a. So 5 is smaller, so we're gonna go with D. So it's gonna be answer choice D. Wow. I'm glad I checked that. I actually got it wrong when I did it quickly. I don't think you should have any problems with any of the others. I'll talk about, so like number 5 is very similar to the one we just did. Number 7, that one looks pretty challenging. But what it's saying is take each one of these numbers and put it underneath the cube root and see which one it equals. So does the cube root of 35, what does that equal? What does it equal? Cube root of 875. What does that equal? The cube root of 245. What does that equal? And the cube root of 1715. Or what do they equal decimal wise? And then you need to figure out which one of those is going to equal 5 cube root of 7. So put all of them in decimals. One of them is going to equal 5, the same as 5 cube root of 7. So you just choose the smallest. I think that's it. If you have any questions, you're more welcome to come into math planning before school, after school, or I have 3rd and 6th off. So you're more welcome to stop in. Next week before the SOLs, I'll probably be after school quite a bit. So if you want to come in and study, be my guest. Have a good rest of your day.